really concerned about the testimony that I just heard from Robin. I just don't think that it aligns with the video evidence. I felt that the individual who was actually being most aggressive was the security guard in this situation. I did not agree with the choice to call 911 and the things that were said to the dispatcher. I was disappointed to see that 3 officers had to respond to City Hall.
Hey, Eric here. Welcome to my channel, a channel that I like to use to talk about and expose lazy, poorly trained, corrupt government officials and public servants and idiotic, tyrannical law enforcement officers. Today is Wednesday, July 8th, 2026. The subject of this video is a follow-up video to the trespass that I received from Burlington City Hall, initiated by Robin Tolan from Chocolate Thunder Security on June 12th. So I appealed that trespass, and the appeal hearing was July 1st. The following video is excerpts from that hearing, and as of creating this video, I have not received the decision from the Burlington Public Safety Committee on the trespass itself. So by end of day, if I don't hear anything, this video is going to be posted to YouTube in the hopes that it will invoke the Burlington City Attorney's Office to finalize the determination and get back to me. Anyway, thanks for watching.
Robin or Mr. Gravel, if you'd like to make a couple legal clarifications for us prior to Mr. Gravel's testimony, if it's pertinent to what Robin has just said, I would welcome that at this moment.
Okay, thank you. So I just want to identify for the committee the pertinent sections of the Burlington Code of Ordinance, which, just to make things confusing, are 2145, and then there's also 2145 capital A. And so I want to identify that in both 2145 and in section 2145 capital A subsection B, both of the, so 2545 lowercase subsection lowercase a1, as well as 2145 capital A subsection B, both are the sections of the ordinance that authorize, among other officials, authorize the contracted private security guards, security company to issue notices of trespass. So that's the first thing I want to draw your attention to in that section of the ordinance. And then additionally, I want to draw your attention to 2145 capital A subsection C, which does require that a warning be issued prior to issuing a trespass notice to allow for a person to change or address the conduct that is potentially leading to the trespass. And so here I would submit that both Robin and Anthony, whose videos you have seen and I assume reflect, just from a different angle, the same encounter that Mr. Gravel's recording reflects. Both Robin and Anthony requested that Mr. Gravel leave. He refused. They warned him that if he didn't leave, he would be trespassed. So I think that they met the requirements of 2145A subsection C. And finally, 2145A subsection E establishes different lengths for a notice of trespass, including allowing for more than a 180-day trespass for conduct that involves harassment or threats. And so I would just, again, submit that the the guidelines that Robin described that she follows as a Chocolate Thunder employee are consistent with the durations of trespass notices for certain conduct that are established in our ordinance. That is all I have. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Attorney Brown. Mr. Gravel, we'd love to hear your testimony, and just so you know, I'm going to try to give you as equal time as appellate that the city has been given. So please feel free to say your voice.
Okay, so you can see at no point did Robin ever attempt to touch her camera. I'm not going to play the rest of that. You've all seen the video. Okay. And from there, the trespass notice in itself, we want to start quoting policy and ordinances. We're quoting 21-45, capital A's and lowercase b's and whatnots. Okay. Let's conclude in the fact that a trespass notice is required to have numerous specific things. And one of those specific things is on where to and how to file your appeal. I noticed they had all the other stuff on, like how many days it was in effect for, what it was in effect for, and where it was in effect from, but it was missing on how I appeal. So you guys want to enforce it based on the same statute that you denied even placing on the citation in itself, making it non-enforceable to begin with. That is a contractual agreement, that trespass notice. That's why people have to sign it. You guys, that trespass is missing pertinent information based on Burlington policy. So that is all I can think of right now. But the fact of the matter is she was told why I was there. I was not aggressive once. I didn't verbally threaten her. I didn't physically go near her. Right? And if we had City Hall's footage, it would show me the whole entire time I was there and would poke all kinds of holes in Robin's story and validate everything I have said.
Thank you, Mr. Gravel. At this point, I would open it up to members of the committee if they'd like to ask a question of either Mr. Gravel. Hello? Oh wait, I heard something.
It's just background.
Oh, it's just background. Council Lumen.
I have a bunch of questions. Thanks so much to both, to everyone who just spoke. Mr. Gravel, I want to start by saying that I agree with you that the form that Chocolate Thunder was using is lacking the required information. And it's my understanding now, after having just asked that of the city attorneys, that they are now aware that that was an issue and they are correcting that. So I agree with you that the of the beginning, which is it does bring the question of whether it's a valid trespass or not, because we have a similar process for the Housing Board of Review, where landlords have to have the right to appeal written when they are taking part of a security deposit. And if that is not there, it is considered null and void per the ordinance by the Housing Board of Review. I served on that board for 3 years. Attorney McClenahan was our staff attorney, did a very good job there. So in my opinion, just from the start, there's a big problem with the trespass ordinance, or excuse me, the trespass form. So I just want to put that there. There are some issues here that I think we need to resolve. And for City Attorney Brown's benefit, I'm referring to page 11 of CTS signed contract security services. Again, not related to this case, but something we received yesterday since we were renewing the contract coincidentally with Chocolate Thunder yesterday, or Monday, I guess it was. So I don't believe that everything under here was followed. And I did not view Mr. Gravel's while maybe annoying, he is constitutionally protected to be annoying. And that being said, I did not find him to be disruptive of business, although there were some issues where it would have been, I think, better practice for him to follow the instructions once told where to file a public records request at the clerk's office, to do that. And that being said, he has in my opinion, I just want to say for everyone here, he has the right to record within publicly accessible areas of this building, including public officials and folks who are working actually in City Hall without their permission, as long as he's not disrupting city business, or blocking doorways or going into areas that clearly are indicated as employees only or off limits, or videotaping into people's private offices, where potentially computers can be seen or confidential documents could be seen. I don't think any of that was happening here. I'm also really concerned about the testimony that I just heard from Robin. I just don't think that it aligns with the video evidence. I felt that the individual who was actually being most aggressive was the security guard in this situation. I did not agree with the choice to call 911 and the things that were said to the dispatcher. I was disappointed to see that 3 officers had to respond to City Hall when we do not have enough officers in the city to respond to many of the very serious matters that are happening. And I think it was a really inappropriate use of their services. And while I'm not sure I have a ton of questions, I don't agree that Mr. Gravel was behaving aggressively, or that he was crossing any particular line, certainly not to justify an 180-day trespass per the ordinance, which is for really serious threats, physical threats, violence. And in fact, in a recent case that this body decided on, where a 90-day ordinance trespass was issued to someone who I personally find to be far more disruptive, this body voted to reduce that to 30 days.
My name is Robin, and I am so dumb that I think I had a thought. I do not know how to. Chocolate Thunder Security.